welcome back to my channel. I'm also kind of welcoming myself back to my channel because I have been gone for way too long. Like, way too long. And there's so many reasons why, and I am going to share those reasons why in this video, but I do want to make the disclaimer that I'm going to be sharing some pretty personal and emotional details in this video, and if you feel the need to comment anything negative, don't. Just keep it to yourself, you know? I am being fully transparent, and I, hope that through my story, I can help someone else that's going through a similar situation, but the negativity, this is not the space for it. So, I've put that out there. Now we can get on into the video. So, we all know 2020 was a doozy. For some of us, it was a little bit more intense than for others. I am, definitely grateful for the fact that I, have all of my family members, and I personally did not get COVID, still till this day. So I kind of sort of blame me being a little antisocial. But yeah, a lot of what I dealt with last year, and even in July now of 2021, still dealing with some of these things. A lot of what I dealt with was very inward and emotional. So 2020 started off being a year that I was really supposed to push myself. I wanted to really be diligent with creating content for YouTube and for Instagram, and I kind of started being an IG model. Didn't really want it to be like IG modeling. I actually am an actress with an agent, and I wanted to branch off into the plus size modeling side. So I wanted to, get a lot of pictures for my portfolio. And a lot of that I pretty much did. So I was posting all of these pictures, having all of these photo shoots, getting all of these really cute outfits, and I was doing it for, a good bit of quarantine, and it was really fun. But on the flip side, I wasn't working from about March until July last year. Unemployment was great. I was blessed in that realm. However, I have been working since I was 16 years old and been making my own money, but actually honestly making it. So just getting unemployment and then just being at home all day was probably the worst thing ever for me. I had already been suffering with anxiety, really intense, crippling anxiety sometimes, would have panic attacks, things like that. And so in 2019, towards the end of 2019, I started taking Lexapro, which is an anxiety and antidepressant medication. I was on 10 milligrams of it then. And then around May last year, maybe April, May-ish, in 2020, I upped my doctor upped my dosage from 10 to 20 because there was quarantine, there was COVID, there were all of the riots. I live right across the street from a couple stores that actually got looted. I could see one of those stores from my bedroom window, and I could hear it. And it was a very anxiety-filled time for me. And then on top of that, because I wasn't working, I was sad. And I had just became a bridal stylist at my job, and I was so excited, and I became a bridal stylist at the beginning of February, and then middle of March, it was just snatched away from me. So I was like, I want to get back to work. I want to get back to work. I want to get back to work. And from middle of March until the very beginning of July, I was at home. And that sent me into a downward spiral of depression. Not just any, oh, I'm sad, like napping all day, sleeping all day. That was the way I wanted to kill my time. I didn't feel motivated or anything. And the only thing that I wanted to do was take pictures. So I did a lot of that, but then with my anxiety medication dosage being upped, and then me also being insanely sedentary, not really caring about working out, and then, you know, COVID pounds that pretty much everyone has gained. I gained, I believe, 60 pounds. 60 pounds. I've never been this heavy in my life, and that honestly took such a toll on everything. Like, I believe this was the last picture I posted that I felt really, really confident in. And then it kind of just went downhill from there. But it's like, how is the last picture that I post that I'm the most confident a bikini picture? And I got the most likes on it, and I made this long caption about how I was feeling so confident. This is an unedited picture, so I was like, oh my God, I look great. Everything went downhill from there. And I was being a lot more critical of myself. I, you know, would see myself in self-tape auditions, and I'm like, oh my God, this is such a change. I was like, my agent is gonna drop me. I've gained all of this weight. I don't even look the same. Cause my face is the first place that really gains all the weight. It's so round now. So I was just really in a negative space, and I stopped wanting to take pictures because I was being so critical of myself. Like, to the point where I would take these pictures and then I'd look at them and I'm like, oh my God, I want to edit everything. I was just disgusted. So that took my motivation to be on camera down. I was like, if it's not paying me, if it's not an acting job, I don't want to be in front of the camera. But for someone who literally loves being in front of a camera, that was not the way to go. But how do you force yourself to be in front of a camera when then you now have to edit the videos? You now have to edit these pictures. You have to see yourself looking a way that you hate, essentially. And I eventually came to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm doing what I can now to change the situation that I'm in as far as my weight goes. I'm doing what I can to change my mental. I'm doing what I can to change everything that I don't like about myself in the best way. And I'm like, okay, well, I need to get back to it. I need to get back into doing what I love. Also, part of doing what I love comes with inspiring other people. And I felt like sharing this story would potentially help someone else that's in this position, that is feeling like, oh my God, I can't like I don't like the way that I look, or I don't like the way that I feel about myself. I can't do this, 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 and this. Yes, you can. To backtrack a little into the anxiety side of things. I have, had really intense anxiety for a long time, and I got on, like I said, I got on Lexapro, and then it helped. And I felt like I was able to, handle situations and handle my anxiety a little bit better. I still experienced it quite intensely, but I think what Lexapro did for me was it rewired the way that I thought about things. So even though I was feeling anxious, as opposed to thinking someone was attacking me, I was like, this is a weird situation. Let me think about this a little bit. So then once my dosage got upped, that's where I think shit went wrong. I don't think that upping my dosage was necessarily the thing that I needed. I just needed to learn how to cope with my anxiety and my stress. And so I believe maybe in March or so, I was like, okay, I have so much stress. I got promoted at my job again. So I was like, oh my God, I have so much stress going on right now. What the fuck? And so my doctor wanted to up my dosage again, but I was on the highest dosage of Lexapro. So then it was like, okay, well now let's switch you to Effexor. My mom had the biggest fit about that. She was like, absolutely not. You do not need to go on another anxiety medication. You need to get off of the medication in general and deal with your shit. So that's what I did. So in April, I decided to just come off of my anxiety medication, and let me tell you, getting off of that shit was, just thinking about the way withdrawal from anxiety medication makes you feel. You get these whooshes, these dizzy spells, and it feels like you're Mr. Krabs in that meme. You know the one I'm talking about, this one. And it's like that all the time. And I experienced that all day, every day for about 3 weeks. And it was not fun. But once I was finally over that part, I felt so much better. I honestly don't have as much anxiety now that I'm off of it as I did when I was on it. Granted, I'm still having a lot of anxiety, but it's not as bad, and I feel like it's a little bit more manageable. But what I did instead was I started using CBD. Everyone is like, oh my God, CBD, CBD. It's such a fad, but it's a legit thing. And it works too. So I use the CBD oil, and I put 2 drops under my tongue. And I don't know if it's a placebo or what, but it works. So I'm gonna keep using it. And I recommend, anyone who is going through the same thing to give it a shot. But I'm also not saying come off of your medication. If you're on medication and that's what your doctor thinks that you should be on, cool. I actually ended up, after that, I ended up going to a new doctor. She is a Black woman, but my doctor is a Black woman, and I told her about how I was put on Lexapro and then they wanted to increase it, and immediately she was like, first of all, I would have never put you on Lexapro because it literally causes weight gain. I gotta tell you, when I heard that part, I was like, oh my God, so it's not me. It's not 100% me. I am not a fat ass. I have to stop the negative self-talk. Anyway, I was like, oh my God, well, shit, I gained this weight now. Where do I go from here? So that's where I am now. I am working on my mental health and my physical health. I really just want to be the healthiest that I can be, and I think part of that is, in terms of sanity, I guess, returning to content creation and posting stuff on YouTube and just entertaining you guys, because honestly that's what I live for. Like, even as an actress, like that's essentially my job, to entertain and to create. So that's what I plan on doing. But with this video, I really just wanted to share why I've been gone, and also sharing why I'm back. I knew I wasn't gonna stay away for too long, and it's about damn time. So with that, I say thank you for watching this video. Thank you for still being subscribed to this dormant ass channel if you are subscribed, and if you're new, thank you for blessing me with the view. I appreciate it. If you want to stay tuned, please do. I have some really great content planned for here as far as YouTube goes, and I have some really great content planned as far as Instagram goes. So like I said, stay tuned. This was a pretty long video, but I am really glad that I'm back, and yeah. I can't think of anything else to say right now. I'm still a little rusty. But yeah, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe. If you're gonna comment, please be nice. Thank you. And then follow me on Instagram at Khyla Gabrielle. And thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.